Welcome back to Plant Life Project. I'm Andrew, and today I want to help you live life variegated by giving you 10 variegated riparium plants that I grow and recommend to add color variety in your riparium setup. All 10 of these are easy to grow and easy to find houseplants, and with each one I'll recommend some tips on how they grow best for me. Well, number one on our list is variegated lucky bamboo, a highly popularized and very adaptable plant. It can be grown with the roots directly in the water, or it can grow in a planter with a gravel substrate. And you can pretty much grow it at any level in the water as long as the leaves are above the water level. And if depending on how tall the plant is, you can even grow it directly in the bottom of the tank substrate. Well, number two on our list is Chinese Evergreen. Now, not all variegation has to be green and white. And while there are some green and white Chinese Evergreens, my favorite is this green and red for the color, of course, but also for the size. Most aglaonemas get far too large for most ripariums. This one stays about 12 inches tall, and the leaves are much smaller, making it a more appropriate size. They propagate easily. They do well in medium to low light and grow best for me, I found, in a gravel substrate. Well, number three on our list is prayer plant, specifically the Maranta genus. And there's two different options of this prayer plant. There's the red and the lemon lime. If you're starting this plant from propagated cuttings in your riparium, it's best to use multiple cuttings. It will make more of an impact that way. It has been a slow grower for me, but it's performed best in a coarse substrate like lava rock, with the planter about halfway in the water, and that way some of the roots can grow in the water, but not all of them have to be submerged. The leaf patterns are so unique, they really make a big statement in your riparium setup. Well, plants 4, 5, and 6 are all varieties of Pothos, which is probably the most popular houseplant to grow in a riparium for its fast vining growth and water purifying abilities. Many varieties exist and will all grow well with roots directly in the water or in a planter. These vines can grow to indefinite lengths under a wide range of light conditions. So besides the ubiquitous golden pothos, two more varieties that provide that variegated interest are pearl and jade and marble queen. And I would be remiss if I did not mention my favorite, which is neon pothos. It's not on our list of variegated plants, but at some point I'll have to do a list of chartreuse colored plants, and I think neon pothos will be close to number one. Well, number 7 is Dracaena deramensis, or fragrans. It's usually sold as corn plant or Janet Craig Dracaena or striped Dracaena. It has a lot of different names, but it's kind of a slow grower in the riparium. It takes a while to develop a good root system, but it is great for understory planting or filling in gaps in the planters. I really enjoy the foliage texture. It provides good contrast between some finer textured leaves or different shaped leaves. Number 8 on our list is white Photonia. Now this plant can get tall and leggy, but if you prune it as needed, it will branch out more. And you can take those cuttings that you pruned off and stick them back in the planter, and you can have a larger group of the plant over time. Now this is another one that has performed best for me in a planter with a gravel substrate that's kind of partially submerged in the water. Number 9 is Heartleaf Philodendron, which is another vining plant quite similar to pothos. Pretty much has the same growing conditions, lighting conditions, etc. Just doesn't grow as fast, for me at least, as the pothos. But you can grow it with roots directly in the water, in a planter, whichever. Well, number 10 is Wandering Jew, or inch plant. And it's probably the easiest plant to propagate by cuttings, and it does have a tendency to wander. For the best impact, grow several cuttings together in medium to high light. I'm going to throw in a bonus, the Syngonium, or arrowhead plant. I grow it with the roots directly in the water and has performed best for me like in higher light levels. Well, there are many variegated plants available, and I'm sure I'll be adding to this list as time goes on. But this is a good list to get you started on adding some color variety to your riparium. Well, thank you for joining me today. Please hit the like button if you found this information helpful and leave me a comment below. And I'll see you next time. But today it's been all about the variegated plants.